Morning. We appreciate you letting us sing for you. This group usually wears tuxedos, the penguin type with the tails, the guys, and the girls have long gowns. However, they are being cleaned, so therefore you have us in casual attire. But this is concert choir, which is primarily juniors and seniors at Newark High, and they're going to be starting the program for you with a couple tunes, Sing for Joy, and then an African Zulu piece called Siyahamba. introduce our choir president, Hannah Halshak.
Hi, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for being such a great audience. We love coming back to Heritage every year. You guys are wonderful. You listen, unlike some of the other middle schools, but that's okay. Yes, I am Hannah Halshak. I'm the concert choir president, and I just want to tell you guys a little bit about choir before we move on. Our choir is composed of 6 sections. We have a first soprano, second soprano, bass, tenor, and then top and bottom alto. And each section comes with a section leader. Can I have you guys raise your hands? I'm one of them as well. And we're just expected to kind of lead the section, keep everything together along with everything else. We do work as a team, one heartbeat. That's how choir works as well. And choir is a wonderful program. It's one of my favorites. We're just like one big family. We all come together, no drama. It's absolutely wonderful. How many of you guys are in choir right now? Sweet. Awesome. And how many of you guys are planning to go into choir in high school? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I know you guys are registering for classes on Friday, and our Vice President, Devin Walters, will be talking to you guys about that a little bit later. Thank you.
So we're going to sing a couple of tunes by a famous composer called John Rutter. John Rutter is a British composer, but I think he likes to do a few little spoofs on America. This first piece is called Fiddler Man, and those of you who are in the orchestra know that fiddling is a totally different technique than just playing your violin or your cello or your bass, or viola. Don't forget the violists. So keep in mind that this piece is based around fiddling, so you're going to hear that. But he also talks, if you catch it, about Mountain Dew and the preacher. And after the preacher talks, he says that the ladies say la-di-la-di-la. And he kind of makes fun of America. And then after that, we're doing another Rutter piece called Soldier Boy, which talks about a guy who went off to war and didn't come back.
Fiddler man.
Banjos,
Seven times and seven more we stand to green again. Lilac blooms every spring, just like before. There was no end to love, 7 years and 7 moons. She waited just the same, but no one ever
Now, I'd like to show you what we do. This is one choir from New York High. We have 5. This choir, again, as I said, is made up of older students. We do have these students sing along with our sophomore level students as ladies. So we have a sophomore girls class that sings along with these girls in women's chorale. So they meet once a week before school. None of the freshman groups meet before school or anything. But women's chorale does concerts and competitions as well. And this is a piece they did on their fall concert called Sing to the Lord a Marvelous Song.
Sing to the Lord a marvelous song, a marvelous, 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 marvelous song. Sing to the Lord a marvelous song, a marvelous, 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 marvelous song. Sing to the Lord a marvelous song, sing a marvelous song. Sing to the Lord a marvelous song, a marvelous, 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 marvelous
Our freshmen men do sing with our older guys and our sophomore guys. So freshmen and sophomore guys sing along with these people in a men's chorus, and I'm going to have them sing an old pop tune called Amazed.
Every time our eyes meet, this feeling inside me, it's almost more than I can take. When you touch me, I can feel how much you love me. It just blows me away. I've never been this close to anyone or anything. I can see your thoughts, I can see your dreams. I don't know how you do what you do. I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. I want to spend the rest of my life with you by my side, forever and ever. Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you. The smell of your skin, the taste of your kiss, the way you whisper in the dark. They're all around me, baby, you surround me, touch every place in my heart. I've never been this close to anyone or anything.
Now I'd like to introduce Heritage alumnus, Mr. Devin Walters, as our Vice President.
Hello, I'm Vice President Devin Walters, and I'm just here to say that you should join choir because it really is a family. Like, we all are one person, and it's just, we all come together as one. As a freshman guy, you should join men's chorus, and as a freshman girl, I think it's women's chorale. Women's chorus, sorry.
So SA chorus?
SS chorus.
SA.
SA chorus.
Alto.
And for men's, it's TV, which is centerpiece.
Yeah, it's SA chorus for freshman girls, so when you're doing your scheduling Friday, Remember Spread Alto Chorus, which meets currently period 4 every day. I have 40-some girls in there right now from various middle schools, all freshmen. Except I think I got a girl that floated in that's not a freshman. Then also guys are TV chorus, and Mr. Wigglesworth, who's at Wilson most of the day, does come over from Wilson to do the freshman and sophomore guys class, first period. So what a way to wake up, huh? First period you have choir for guys. And it is TB, which is tenor bass, as Devin said. I would like to ask, just while I get a chance, I know we're getting this ensemble ready, but how many of you went to Heritage or Lincoln or whatever it was called at the time? Okay, so you have some good alumni. Some big talent, actually. These are 7 of the 9 swing choir girls, because I guess I have 2 out ill, who performed an ensemble. How many of you, either on instruments or solo or vocal, have done solo and ensemble competition in the past? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. 6th graders may not know. Every year we have a competition at the middle school level that you guys can participate in, where you can go sing in a group, play in a group, or sing solos, play solos. And we have the same thing at the high school. These ladies performed a piece that they're going to do for you now in Class A. And they sang "And Nature Smiled." Next, we're doing a patriotic number that we did at our fall concert with all the choirs combined. So we had all the students from all the different groups performing this piece called I Hear America Singing.
I hear America singing of its greatness.
I hear America singing strong.
I hear America singing of its beauty.
I hear America singing today.
Oh, walk together, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, children, don't you get weary. Talk together, children, don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Sing together, children, don't you get weary. Sing together, children, don't you get weary. Shout together, children, don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the promised land. Great camp meeting.
America singing, America singing, sing.
We're going to
America singing, America singing, America singing, sing. America singing, America singing, America singing, sing.
We're going to We're going to sing and never stop. Sing and never stop. It's a great camp meeting.
We can meet in
And America singing. Great camp meeting. Great camp meeting. In the promised land.
America singing, we can meet in promised land.
Next, we're doing a piece that's kind of a ballad, used to be a pop ballad called Fields of Gold.
Thank
an ensemble that also went to solo ensemble competition recently, and it is a spiritual called I Hear a Voice of Praying. Should be done nice and peppy, guys.
Just give us a second, guys, we're doing the pitch.
Every time I hear a sinner pray, I wonder if I'm ready for the judgment day. Lord, every time I hear a sinner cry, I wonder where I'm going when I come to die. Hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice of crying, may the Lord save my soul, hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice of crying, may the Lord save my soul, hallelujah. Every time I hear the parson preach, I wonder if salvation is in my reach. Lord, every time I hear a sinner pray, I wonder if I'm ready for the judgment day. Hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice of crying, may the Lord save my soul, hallelujah. I hear a voice of praying, hallelujah. I hear a voice crying, Lord, save my soul, hallelujah. Oh, may Lord, save my soul, hallelujah. Oh, Lord, save my soul, hallelujah. My soul, hallelujah. Oh, Lord, save my soul.
Now we're going to do a piece that we got together, actually this as well as another piece in 2 days when we had a former bus driver pass away here at Newark. Right after the holidays, Elmo, which may have been some of your bus drivers when you were little, had passed away. And I guess he had always wanted this choir to sing at his funeral. I never knew that. He kept telling other people that, but I never knew it. And so I got a call when I was actually at Easton on the last day of vacation and said, you need to get your choir together. And we did this piece, Amazing Grace, and also another piece called The Benediction in honor of him. So we'd like to sing this in tribute to Elmo today.
Precious like thee.
We had also taken 2 chamber choirs to solo and ensemble and performed a piece that was a madrigal from the 16th century by Thomas Morley. When you go to competition, as many of you do know, but some don't, you have to pick music off of the list. Sometimes the music is, like in this case, from the 16th century. Sometimes the music is contemporary, like the girls' ensemble that they sang, or sometimes it's an arrangement like the boys' ensemble of an old piece, but they've arranged it recently. This piece by Thomas Morley is one that they would have sat around after dinner in the 16th centuries and instead of being on their phones and being on social media sites, they would be singing. And this piece talks about fire in your heart and how love is in your heart and how it's fa la la. So if you'll listen to all the parts, you hear how they intertwine and how the parts generally don't move together. There are a couple places that they do, but for the most part they move separately. Now we're going to do a gospel piece that we do frequently called Praise His Holy Name.
Praise His holy name. Sing till the power of the Lord come down. Shout hallelujah. Praise His holy name.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Jesus, Jesus, how I love Thee. Shout hallelujah. Praise His holy name. Sing till the
love depressing. The swing choir is going to sing for us. You guys can sit, please. Couple things to say. The concert choir that just sang for you has a long tradition at Newark High School. They've qualified for state competition for 43 or 44 years. I've lost track. I think this year will be 44. We have district competition, which is our qualifier for state, in about 3.5 weeks. We sang none of the music from that today. We mostly just started on the live music after solo ensemble. If you love to sing and you're with Mr. Martini and you're having a great time singing here, we would love to have you at the high school. I think that the students who are involved in our program long-term tend to realize how important music is to them during the day, and I'm sure that's true for those of you who play instruments as well. It's important to have that time to decompress from your academics, but it's also a time to be learning other things. You know, students who learn how to sight read music are multitasking on many levels. And we teach that freshman year. And I know you're doing some of that here. I know students who learn to become a soloist, or students who become officers and section leaders, or people who get very, very involved. But you know, these students not only are involved in choir, just of this smattering that are sitting here still, how many of you have a job? I didn't even know. How many of you are involved in a sport or a club or some other fine art activity? So almost everybody's involved in something else. It's not that they just get locked up in their little choir area and do nothing else. I do feel that it's really important as you go into high school, and this is true for 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th. Being a busy student is a student who is going to be able to be successful. All of you can go to college. There's no reason anyone in this entire room cannot go to college. And you should never say, I don't have enough money to go to college. Not having money is the way to go to college, for free. So please never use anything as an excuse. All of you are smart enough. All of you have the ability, and all of you need to realize that all you got to do is get involved in school. The more involved you get, the more successful you want to be. And that's the biggest thing that I think most of these older students will tell you, that if they were not involved, they wouldn't want to be successful. And they make a lot of friends in activities such as choir, such as drama, band, orchestra, and the fine arts, such as athletics. They make a lot of friends there. They make a lot of friends in language clubs, like Spanish club, French club. They make a lot of, acquaintances that become deep, long friends for a long time because they share common interests in the fine arts or in that sport or in whatever they're doing. And I think it's important that all of you try, and I know that Mr. Sereno makes a big point here at Heritage, that everyone needs to succeed and that everyone needs to be a positive person. But I think it's important as you go into high school, you 8th graders, especially down front, that you really start thinking about how you can be successful and how you can be a part of it. Because every one of you can be a part of it, and every one of you can make it happen. In order to avoid drama in your life, stay busy. You don't have time to worry about the drama. I too am at a middle school every day. I teach 8th grade girls at Wilson every day. And I tell them every day or every other day, in order to avoid drama, get more busy, get more involved, do something. So, we're here not only to say, join choir, which we would love to have you, 8th graders, be involved at the high school level. We would love to have you 6th and 7th graders remain involved with Mr. Martini. But we're here to also say, be a successful student. Make a focus on what you want to do. Be a positive person in the world. Because we can all sit back and say, I can't do it. And I will tell you this, I have a daughter who's a junior in high school, and I tell her that I feel very strongly that there's going to be a level of poverty in your lifetime like we've never seen. And it's going to be from students who drop out. It's going to truly be from students who just give up in about the 9th or 10th grade. And I don't want to see any one of you be one of them. I don't want to see any of my students in the 8th grade be one of them, or the 9th or the 10th. But I've lost a few students this year, and some of them, I fear, have dropped out. And all I can say to you is, you need to try to avoid being that statistic. You can be that successful statistic. Get involved at Newark High School. Get involved in anything and everything that you love to do. And it will make a positive difference in your life. You may think that sounds like I'm a minister. That's not the point. The point is, if the more involved you get, the more your brain is focused on school. the more your brain wants to succeed, the more you want to go to a vocational school or a college or whatever and become somebody who has a trade, become someone who has a degree. We, the teachers, want you to be successful. All of your teachers here, I'm sure, at Heritage want you to be successful. I know how they are, and I know that they are wanting, as my students need to walk, I know that they want you guys to know that. So I'm here to enforce it and to tell you one way is to be involved with students. We're going to give you as much of our show as we can. We started late today, and students, if we end in the middle, I'll just have to stop it.
In the beginning, there was nothing but rocks. Then somebody invented the wheel. And things just began to roll.
Thank you very much for having us today. I don't know who gets the mic. Mr. Martini gets the mic.